Well, no. If you signed on, you signed the birth certificate, you are his real dad. Make up your mind.
So, my next guest, Heather, joins us today from Culleoka, Tennessee. Now, this past Father's Day, Heather had a heated argument with her ex-husband, Jeff. And she wanted to hit him where it hurts. So she told Jeff that he was not the father of her 3-year-old son, Elijah, and that her current husband, Dustin, was his dad. Well, today, for the sake of her son, Elijah, Heather wants to right her wrong and confirm to Jeff that he is Elijah's father. So, Heather, this is about closure, according to you, right?
Yeah, closure for Elijah, closure for me to end the pain that Jeff put me through for 3 years, badgering me whether or not that he was Elijah's biological father.
From the get-go, he denied being the father of Elijah because you have other kids that he accepts.
I have other kids with Jeff. I have 3 other children with Jeff, and I also have a 19-year-old that Jeff raised as his own, but yet he's going to question Elijah and can't raise him as his own.
How would you describe your relationship with Jeff around the time you got pregnant? Were you all together or not?
We were together, very rocky, and because Jeff had other important things in his life going on, decided to ignore me, so I stepped out, and then I found out I was pregnant. When I let both of them know that they potentially could be the father, Jeff was ready to step up right then and be dad. He came back into our home. He was ready to be dad to Elijah, but then now he can't do it.
Was he there around during your pregnancy or not?
He was there through the entire pregnancy. He was there at the hospital when Elijah was born, even though he left me and Elijah at the hospital after the fact that he was there the entire pregnancy. He walked out, even though it was a high-risk pregnancy, from that hospital.
And when he
just left us there.
And when he saw Elijah for the first time, what was his reaction?
That he wasn't his. He decided he wasn't his from the get-go. Which the crazy thing about that, Maury, is he looks just like our 8-year-old.
She would tell me. She would constantly throw things up in my face just to nitpick.
I did not nitpick you. You were the one that always was saying.
By the time it was over, she'd blow things plump out. And that's the one thing she'd do to shut me up. She'd always hit me where it hurts. She'd say, well, you know, this one could possibly be the dad. And it's just upsetting to hear.
Did you play?
At the end of the day, you signed the birth certificate. You decided you were going to be there, and then what? To throw me under the bus every single day of the last of our relationship. And even though you said you was going to be there, you let me know every day how bad our life was together because of the mistake that I made that you said you forgave me for.
I was there during the pregnancy. I took her to her baby doctor appointments. And from another man's point of view, how it's not exciting to know that your wife could possibly that you're married to is possibly pregnant with another man she cheated on you with.
From the get-go, you knew from the get-go there was a possibility that Elijah wasn't yours. You knew that from the get-go.
Why are you so...
I didn't hide that.
After the fact that things you've told me, but...
Why are you so sure, Heather, that he's the father? Did you test the other guy?
No, I didn't test the other guy. Actually, matter of fact, I told him that...
She's tried several different home paternity tests, and she tried to tell me I was. That way, try to ease my mind to make things feel better at the time.
No,
maybe to...
No.
And then she'd say, no, I tested him, and it shows he's the father, so you got nothing to worry about.
After the fact that you have drugged me through the mud so many times and tell me that there's no way that he could be yours, and then you even started on my new husband and said, because of the fact that we got married and got together so quick in your eyes, that I must have been cheating with him. So what? Guess what?
The guy you was cheating on me in Tennessee.
On Father's Day, when I told
me you had
that
one night stand,
Elijah
and you
wasn't
got
yours
Dustin.
because I did a DNA test, I lied. I didn't do a DNA test. I just told you that to shut you up because I was tired of hearing it.
I've heard it several other times too. But you did it when you was mad at me because you know that's what shut me up. You didn't want to hear me
because I get tired of hearing it. I did not make you be there.
Who am I punishing?
You chose to be there.
I'm the one that punished it because I got children I accept as whatever a result may be because I want to be a dad. But you make it very
Apparently
hard.
Not. Apparently not.
You
Because
make it hard too.
The first 7 months of his life, every day, all I heard was, maybe you need to go find his real dad. Well, no. If you signed on, you signed the birth certificate, you are his real dad. Make up your mind.
Do you want to be Elijah's father?
I do want to be his father.
Well, you know, I think today DNA ain't going to matter anyway because you're not there anyway. Dustin is the one that's there being his father, taking care of him.
Well, if you let me be there, maybe I would
be.
Heather, is it possible that Dustin could be the father?
Absolutely no biological chance that Dustin could be Elijah's father. I mean, he is his father.
Then why would you?
He is his.
Then why
really,
would you?
Really, Jeff? Seriously?
Then why would you tell Jeff that?
Because he literally every day would punish me. Even after we got divorced, he would still punish me for the mistake that I made with the other guy. So one day,
because you consistently cheated on me.
You repeatedly, no matter if I was doing anything or not, I was always doing anything. But regardless, with Dustin, you insisted that you thought that I
did it with me. You done it with him. I mean,
I did not cheat on you with Dustin. Guess what, Jeff? Newsflash! I never knew Dustin during the time that I got pregnant with Elijah.
Oh,
I did not
you told me you did.
Did you not hear what I just said? I told you that so you would shut the hell up.
If you tell me all these things just to try to shut me up, how you ever gonna know the truth about anything if you let me speak my mind?
That's a good point.
You spoke your mind every day. You punished me every day for the same thing. If you say you forgive me, then forgive me. If not, then walk on, go on, and let somebody else be there that wants to be there, okay?
Does Elijah think that your present husband, Dustin, is his father?
He calls Dustin daddy. He knows Dustin as his daddy because Dustin's the one that's putting a roof over his head. Dustin is the one playing with him. Dustin's the one tucking him in bed at night. Dustin is the one there when he's sick. Jeff is not there, has not consistently been there, and I don't see that he ever will be there, even if DNA proves he is his father.
Now we have her current husband is with us, Dustin. Dustin, nice to have you with us. Is there any chance, Dustin, that you could be the father of Elijah?
No, sir. It's physically not possible.
And why would they want my rights to be signed over to you then?
Because you literally chose something else over your children. They're my kids now, no matter what anybody else says. It don't matter to me if it's blood or not. They're mine.
Were you upset at all with Heather for telling Jeff that you were Elijah's father out of pique?
At first, I was a little off about it, but the way he just kept going about it and going about it, I mean, he literally tortured her with it.
I'm here for the kids, and particularly Elijah, all right? And we're going to settle this right now. Obviously, if Jeff is the father, you know, he has certain rights. And Jeff, you shouldn't ignore your kids. And you shouldn't ignore your kids. Okay.
I don't want to ignore my kids. It all depends on what she lets me do.
Okay, here we go. In the case of 3-year-old Elijah, Dustin, you are not the father.
I told you, Jeff. Told you there was absolutely no chance, and you just pushed and pushed and pushed until...
Let's see the other.
In the case of 3-year-old Elijah, Jeff, you are not the father.
Well, but I still love that boy regardless. That test don't mean nothing.
You're shocked.
Yeah, I really am, because he looks so much like my 8-year-old.
Yeah. You want somebody else tested? We'll be glad to do it.
I appreciate that.
Better be ready for several appearances then.
Oh, please. You know what? This is probably for the best, because right here, that gives me one less thing that I have to deal with you. I'm just so glad that this is cleared up, because now we won't fight.
But Heather, he's the father of 3 of your kids.
The daddy too?
Yeah, I understand that, but there's no longer any more turmoil over this. The other 3 we do not fight about. It is literally Elijah's paternity that has been what I feared today. I feared that this would show that I was the reason that our marriage fell apart, because I had pushed this man so far that his paternity to Elijah meant so much that I pushed him that far that I was the end of our relationship over something that he was actually the father. But the fact that he's not the father just shows that we had pushed that far and we were so far gone that it was both of us. Between my stepping out and him berating me, there we go.
You know, it's a rare moment, Heather, when the woman is happy that the guy's not the father.
I just don't want to deal with him anymore, Maury. I really don't. I mean, I have to deal with him for my other 3. But when it comes to Elijah has a wonderful man in his life that treats him like he is the best thing in his life. Dustin, he knows Dustin as his father. He knows Dustin as daddy. So, it's for the best.
Between my family.
It's for the best.
Jeff, just make sure that you get into the lives of the 3 that you have, okay? And Dustin, I'm glad that you are a good father figure for Elijah.
The 4 that I have, Maury, because Elijah's still my son.
Thank you, sir.
And
I appreciate that.
Heather, I please invite you back. Please, anytime you want.
Thanks, Maury.
You are not the father.